Hi, how are you doing? Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Adela Oshodi, and most of my friends know my page as Big Mouth Avenue, and some still call me Dio. I have something to teach us this morning. I have been very busy with a lot of stuff, and this morning scrolling through, I came across a conversation that I had with one of my friends, and he had returned, a rejoinder just to tell me how the situation is. I will never be one that discourages from leaving Nigeria. I understand. I'm not going to pretend, no matter how bad America is. It says something that I learned this morning. At least when you work, you get paid. See, the problem is, anywhere in the world right now, people that know how to act right and are godly are going through persecution. When Jesus says that in the end times you will be persecuted, you were expecting that they will knock on your door, yank you out. No. It means that good behavior will be punished. It means that honesty, integrity, and all those good things that God expects of us will be punished. And as I was trying to explain how I had managed to survive initially when my narcissistic husband abandoned me, I realized that the only person that showed me mercy was Sister Tina Okoti and Chris Okoti. They wrote me a 15,000 naira check. Because everywhere I went with my little kids, 7 and 3, David and Daniel, nobody would listen. His friends, all of them, big, rich men, Igbo, Yorubas, Hausas, all of them told me one thing. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Because if your husband finds out, it will be upset with us. And sometimes I will go to them for help with no gas in my car. Or I get lucky and I'm able to leave my kids with somebody that I trusted. And I will take a taxi and get there. I won't know how to get back home. But one thing they have told me was, I was nobody. I was nothing. My ex-husband, whom they knew me through, was everything. Nobody found it in their heart to help me for my sake, for the sake of my children. And so when Michael Cree and I met and our paths crossed, and it ended up in Aragba dance troupe, and I came here to the US. That's a story for another day. But through that, I have been a blessing to my family. I've brought people here on my passport. But my friend, Caleb, the creator, said something that touched me. He said, you don't understand how bad Nigeria is. Please, maybe trying to build us up. And when I say us, I mean you in Nigeria and me here together. I may have let you mistakenly believe that I'm one of those that are blind and ignorant and trying to force you to stay. No, I'm not. I love to talk the way I talk because I want people to take primary responsibility like I do. I'm not rich. My life presently is upside down. I don't have a job. My last paycheck has been 15 days. I don't know if I'm going to get evicted from where I live. My life is upside down. And I have a master's degree. See, I'm going to be breaking down some things for you this morning. There are CNAs, certified nursing assistants, that I'm like 6 steps ahead in education that are doing better than I. You're looking for the persecution of the godly. It is here. Everybody that is looking for improvement in their lives, you didn't come from a rich home where your parents can indulge you to cushion the heat of your dreams. Everybody is suffering like I am. I am not special. It's Christmas! And I'm talking this way because Jesus didn't build churches. He didn't build pride. He built truth. He built understanding. He built people and love. So this morning, I am being brutally honest with you. I'm not saying don't jackpot. I'm not saying don't come to America. I am building minds to be ready, like I told him. I know the way Nigeria is. I know the way it was before I left. All those millions of people that you're seeing are not with you. They're with the richer one of the couple. It was only Pastor Chris Okoti and Sister Tina Okoti, as of that time, that showed me mercy. They wrote me a 15,000 naira check in 1993, which will be about 15 million now, with the toilet paper that Nigerian money has fallen to. Listen to me! I don't care who you're supporting on social media. I don't care who your bestie or favorite is. I am talking about you tearing everything away and seeing your life as I am here, testifying to my survival and the glory of God. There are people born of the same womb as me right now as we speak, celebrating big time with the biggest names attending. Now, not because they're bad, but because they know the superficiality that you love to buy. I'm here to sell you reality. Merry Christmas, 30 December, 30 October, Holy November. I'm not here for all that mess, that nonsense. I just might find my mouth twisting and cursing in the process. God, Lord Jesus, hold my tongue. I hope not for this morning, because there are still decent people. See, God pocketed people all around the world. They're just not in the same body, the same vein, the same bling bling, the same kind of lifestyle and values that you carry. Because with him, it's not about the aesthetics. It's not about the bling bling. You always mark those that are doing well in life with a bling bling now. I left Nigeria. It reminded me why I left. I left Nigeria because everywhere I went, I couldn't get help. My 7 and 3-year-old sons couldn't open the door to your hearts to help me. You were more worried about my husband that was rich, is affiliated with all the Oduegus. I'm balling with you than for you to say, I can't do much for you, but here, take this 3,000. It was only Pastor Chris Okuti and Tina Okoti, as of that time, that wrote me a 15,000 naira check. I am not saying don't leave Nigeria. I am saying with the tarnished perception and mindset that you carry as an average Nigerian, you need to understand the fact that there's nowhere in the world that you're going to go, that you're going to have that sense of entitlement like some of our children here, brought here, have. One of the things that I ended up forgiving my father for and because of was one truth. God says we should use one truth, one honesty, one goodness that anybody's ever done to wrap their misdeeds and forgive them. With my father was because, look at me, speaking at the knack English, like say, now hear them born me. And the beautiful thing is, I actually can write. Forget AI. Before AI came, I have been an A1 student, writing English. Like say, now my papa tongue, even while I was in Nigeria, I never traveled. I could feign an American accent, feign a British accent, because I rolled with the high class who lived fake lives. So if not for anything else that I want to appreciate my father for, my dead late father, no matter what I've said that he did against me, for me, in lack of favor of me, he sent me to school. He gave me an education. This morning I'm trying to heal like Jesus healed. I'm trying to build like he built, not like Tunumbu or Mark Zuckerberg or anybody. No, Merry Christmas. I'm trying to give you the reason for the season. Because of Johnny, we're in a marketplace and everything would disappear. Come sooner or later, talented, talentless, rich and Richard. I'm saying fashionable and local, illiterate and educated. I'm going through the things I'm going through in America today, not because of bad behavior, not because of a lack of vision, but because of those things that God talked about. He says he doesn't want us to kill, cheat, destroy. That is why I'm in this situation. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my rent. I may get an eviction notice. Everything, every human that I've ever relied on, presently, this minute, yes, it's Christmas Eve, are failing me. Have failed me totally. And so I am only depending right now. Will have a home over my head right now. Find another job right now. Only through the grace of God. No! I have not called anybody like I did before I left Nigeria. No, I will not discuss with anybody. I want God himself to come through. It's gotten to that challenge. You may just hear, they give me 4 days after January. Happy New Year. And I'm saying that from a shelter. I don't give a fuck. I will walk away from everything I've ever owned in possession. I would walk away from this house with just my panties and the outfit on my neck and tell God to prove himself. I understand what you're going through, not just in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Burkina Faso, anywhere in the world that you feel suffocated and help is not coming because the persecution of the godly is ongoing, but people expect guns and rocket launchers and stabbing of knives. No, in suffocation, in your invincibility, in your lack of appreciation. So we talked and he said to me, you don't understand how bad Nigeria is. Yes, I do. I left in 1993, and I do. Because it's been a long time coming that people that are godly, they can use you as a weaponized item. They can sleep with you to have sex. They can have you go get somebody for rituals, and they can have you fake it. Join their clubs so they can give you away to rich politicians and rich men. No, your boyfriends don't understand because you refuse to stay in their poverty with them as they want to pimp you to their rich friends. The people that have godliness in them right now, this minute, are paying the price. All those people that are flexing and flenjoying, either of two things. They are just as evil as the Bible says that the end times will be. They will do anything to stay up on top, or they are fortunate to be reaping and bouncing off of the greatness that the sinful parents and connections have made. So this morning around the world, as I speak to you, and if you do have principles, forgive those around you because they're just living in the human flesh, and that is what the God, Lord of all creation, expects them to do. I was listening to a woman with a malnourished child, and a stunned looking husband go to the marketplace. And they got there. The husband said, I have 200 in my account, but I can only afford to spend 100. Of course, I said he was looking stunned, and his child, the baby they both birth, was looking malnourished. They got to the market, and the woman started picking stuff that was worth 250,000. And the husband said, no. We discussed before we left, I only have 100,000 to spend on you out of 200,000 with a malnourished child. So you know they were not getting good nutrition. And the wife got upset and left the baby and walked away. And she said to the husband, I know if you carry this baby, I feel like knocking broken, but I don't know why this tongue keeps coming back. He say, I know say you don't want to spend that money for your account, but I know that if I leave this pikin with you, as you the waka go home, police must stop you. That money will you no get, you go spend them. All the market people could not beg her to stay to pick a baby. She abandoned that baby with her husband and left him. This woman said she saw them. He was looking stunned and confused, and she asked, and they told the story. Make her tell her, I not be one of the people with a fake for you. You did America, you did London, Italy, you can be under the Eiffel Tower and be miserable. People are like that. Life is like this. If you want improvement for your life, you want education, your mate, then they fuck, they make money. You say na degree you won't carry to make up. And you are a single person, man or woman. You are not married with both a combination of efforts making it for you. You can't think say you go fit flex your like your friends that flex. No, tell me! How does that make sense? Your papa work money where you want to take back your education. No! I love when people appreciate the process. You go through process in life to me. Do I feel sorry for myself? No. I know that where my friends and people and some of the people around me are sleeping with your husbands and messing up your children, selling drugs, doing fraudulent deeds and beggy, where they're living fake lives, and you dare live good life. You just want the system to borrow you money to go to school and you pay it back innocently. You can't release this hole between your legs that the devil is using to communicate and spread. No, I'm not talking about venereal disease, infectious disease of the mind. Which head you carry? Now gold day your head. No, you must fuck everybody to get help. You must pimp your children. You must even allow your children that are doing drugs, yes, the ones that are lazy, to go outside and fuck up their lives and come back and march all over you. But if you say you have principles and godliness and integrity, these are the times when you will suffer. You're lucky if you have a husband or a wife, or they come from a good background and rich homes, and they can support your dreams. You don't know what I'm telling you this morning. If you are one of the stronger, one of the straight, one of the narrow in sin and huge in hurt, forgive those that don't understand God's plans for you. My mother did this, my father did this, my brother did this, my friend did this. You have to let that go because they are all still part of the plan. I'm in America. I have my blue passport. I'm a citizen of the US. I've sacrificed everything I have for everybody, and especially for the two sons that I birthed. One was murdered, one is living. But I'm also aware that God has plans for my life. Nobody has it created as a collateral to another person. We all have purpose and dreams. We're not supposed to be invincible. No! I'm not supposed to disappear! Even if I didn't have kids in the lives of my helpers. This morning, Adeosha, Jesus died for a reason. I just want us to understand the reason for this. Moses. When Caleb said, oh, you don't understand. It's been a long time that you left Nigeria. I said, no, I understand. I'm as brutal with people because I want you to know what you're signing for before you get on board. I'm an American. I'm as straight as an arrow. I don't know where to get you work under the table. I don't know how to hook you up with men that can have sex with you and give you favors. Because a lot of the Nigerian women, 95% of you, always have this toto way God give us as a working mobile store, as a backup. You will meet people like me. When Elijah said, Lord, I have served you. I gave everything up for you. God said, shut up. Make you go sit down. I have 5,000 of your kind. No, we're not that special. Our parents teach us that we're special. That is why a lot of us that are single parents or have worked hard all our lives and brought up our children to have this sense of entitlement. You know, we don't listen to some certain motivational speakers. Our mind, don't they act like say we be Oyibo balloons. We have forgotten the grounds of deprivation and lack, abuse, rape, disrespect, dishonor, invincibility that we came from. So we wrapped our life with balloons and greatness, and we pumped our children with it. So even in America, London, Canada, parents are going through a lot that they cannot share with you because those children that we have provided for, we walk on Kilabia for. When our friends were fucking around and they met senators and governors and got to hook up with Tinubu and some of those people, we didn't do that. We kept our head because on the mandate of the promises of Christ, we stood raising our children, acting like everything was fine because we have hope. We still have it. We will not let the devil steal that away and raise them with the best. Then when it was time for them to launch into the world, to work from the age of 14, 15, 16 like other people do at McDonald's, learn the value of money and get their lives right. We still continued to protect them. They went to university without loans, paying out of pocket. We gave them the lives that we wish we had. But then we got tired and fatigued and we launched them into the world. We let them go into entrepreneurship without having one day and the paycheck from outside of their homes. And they are standing. Parents this month, don't throw your children away. They are fighting because they have to experience the rebirth by fire that we did to get the money for them. The discrimination, the lack of help, the reality. They have to beg, get lied against, find out what life truly is. They are rebelling because they don't understand why they lived a cushioned life and suddenly they have to put their legs where you have walked all your life. You did not do anything wrong. It is the due process. So as a parent this morning, no matter how much your grown child is rebelling against you, those children that you have lived for and loved with your life, this morning, I am begging you. You know, the Hausas always ask if they sell you or you're trying to sell them a product, they will ask you. My mother said that for a long time, but I heard that from Liz again last night. Then go say, this medicine where you won't sell me to cure this disease, it don't do you before. Yes, that is asking for proof and evidence. If you know do you before, how you won't take cure my own disease, which is a big wisdom. When I come here and say, don't throw that child away. No, it is not necessarily voodoo or the people from your village. It could just be the strain of the times and all that that is giving them a slight mental illness and change the perception. And they are resenting you for not being as rich as Beyonce. No, it is not It is not the riches from your village. It is the spirit of ingratitude within them, the covetousness and the greed that social media and television has put in their hearts. What do you do as a parent? Pray. The same thing that you have been doing from time. The only thing is you introduce boundaries. Ojú tó bá máa bá ní dalẹ́ òní tààrọ̀ ṣèpin. Irọ́ ni o. Ojú mi tọ́lọ́run mìn fún ẹ láti jẹ́ 2020 á dẹ̀ máa tààrọ̀ yọpin. Just because ojú yẹn kò ń ṣe ojú ẹ pàṣẹ. Ojú tó fẹ́ fi ríran láti ṣiṣẹ́ Olúwa ni. I understand the way Nigeria is, but I am just trying to tell you, my brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, that this has been ongoing for a long time. We're not good people. We're not kind people. It doesn't come to us naturally. We just pretend to be. If we can't get accolades, we don't help behind the doors. I've met only 1 or 2 people that are like that. So being in Nigeria, being in America, if you weren't born into wealth, you have to struggle. The baseline foundational teaching is what I'm here to do this morning. What time is it? I don't think it's 4 a.m. Mi ò níṣẹ́. I'll put out applications in a lot of ways. Don't worry. I am challenging God to show himself. No, I don't date. I haven't. Not for about a year or so. It's my choice. I don't want to. I don't want to. But what I'm saying this morning is, when you see people say don't japa, it's because they're in a good place. But right now, you japa or not, wherever you also japa to, is also a part of the earth. These are the days when those who do not want to cheat, those who do not want to kill, those who do not want to lie, those who do not want to destroy people's lives and businesses, other people's reputation, are going through a lot. It's the persecution of the godly. I'm not saying people who call themselves Christian, because Christ was not here as a Christian. He was here as the godly. You will go through fire. Those that you have done everything for, that have emptied you out and you emptied yourself for, will walk away. It's the mindset I want us to heal this morning. Don't feel entitled. Just see it as part of the journey. I came back home on the 15th of December. I don't write applications, so my head don't bust. I know even they pursue the nurse practitioner when I get as masters. I say as a nurse. If you check the statistics and issue with this place, Houston, it's a landmark of fortified darkness. They don't pay you what you deserve. The nurses that are here are just as good as housekeeper, as whatever. Once you can do shenanigans, you can do stuff, you will survive. So people who didn't go to school as much as you seemingly are making it, and they are laughing at you for all the degrees that you have managed to get and the life that you have tried to improve, because they and their husbands then they shenanigan, then say them be Christian, Muslim, and all these things, but they get waiting that they do patch up, and they will punish you for thinking that you are holy or want to be like Christ or are righteous. You see them all over. You have to learn to say to God, "Tupa ma baje lo ma baje. Mba ma sun titi ni ma sun titi. Mba ni ni kakolowo mi ni kakolowo." I will not join them if I die. Because I know the truth about Christ. So this morning, as I texted Caleb this morning, I said, let me make it clear. The only people that helped me in Nigeria, when I was going around with my 3- and 7-year-old looking for help, before Mike Okri took mercy on me, and even though I paid him to join Aragba dance to come here as a dancer and continue on my journey, were Pastor Chris Okotie and Tina Okotie. They wrote me a 15,000 naira check. I don't care if it's Olamide. I don't give a shit this morning if it is Davido with all his money. I care less about the people that you hold, Sheyi Tinubu, that I know that the way I've talked, if he had the chance, he would use the key to lock me out. I don't care about all my rich friends and the name and the places OSHODI, Osho, the name opens for you. I don't care about my sisters and brothers whose love you have, because that is why when my father died, I didn't get a dime from any of you. This battle no be between me and Nuna. No! This battle is not between my son, my father, my mother. It's between God and you. I only came out to tell the people that think they have a good heart and are doing right and are suffering alongside it. Tell first so long they care for where it is the persecution. When the flood was going to take the world in the first days, remember? People were buying, selling, marrying, sleeping with one another, giving children away in marriage. Wọ́n pe Sunny Adé ayé ìgbà yẹn Fẹlá ń play lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan. Àyìnlá Ọmọwúrà tí ò tí kú náà sọ̀rọ̀. It is here. No, the reason for the season. It is here. And tomorrow is not promised. Just like the continuity of your life, your hopes, the achieving of your dreams is not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. Know the reason for the season. It's Jesus Christ that died and he rose. On the third day, the Spirit, through the power of the Trinity, he rose again. He did. I love you. So I said in conclusion, it's the mindset I'm worried about. If you can see that America, Canada, London stuff is not as a means, a grounds of promotion for you, but it is a place where you can get to live the godly life without compromise, then you can come. If you don't have papers and I can help you, I will. I don't know how to get your work under the table. I don't know how to do anything illegal. My path is straight. If you're a young man or woman, boya, God feel have mercy on you, make you come meet somebody who will marry you and make you keep yourself humble. Don't forget why we're here. It is to be like Christ, not to build the biggest mansions. Yes, they tell you, they preach it in their covetousness that all the money with them they still say now for the benefit of other people. Now lie. We're here for God to see that we love him and we can serve him. What to change the script mo wa lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe lówó tó lẹ ṣe fẹ́ ká believe pé Ọlọ́run wà láyé yín irọ́ ni ẹni tó lówó ẹ̀ kò ní nǹkan ṣe. It has nothing to do with iye owó tó ní ló fi mọ Ọlọ́run àbí iye owó tó ní ló fi mọ Ọlọ́run. There is a silent battle going on that I want people to understand. Tẹ́ bá ní ayé yín lò tó bá kúrò London, America, gbogbo ẹ̀ kò ń ṣe pé torí òun lọ dolówó, nítorí pé Ọlọ́run rí pé àníyàn ẹ àti ìfaradà ẹ kò bá nú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó ń gbé mu. Tó bá ń gbé Nigeria right now, if you're a Nigerian, you can still kill, cheat or destroy. It is very hard for you to speak honestly that your life is going well. You have to be compromised in a certain way. And please don't get me wrong. If you're a Nigerian, an American, whoever it is, around the world, everywhere, you are in America, go see Bushili for Wasoya and say, "Aye mi lo bi se ro po ma lo." Tó bá lè pààyàn, tó lè purọ́, tó lè jalè, credit card fraud, you can't do wrong by other people. You have kindness. Somebody said, you don't have to be kind. You need a little wickedness. Irọ́ ni o. It is a lie. Wickedness will be wickedness. You need a little discipline, boundary setting. That's what you need. It's not wickedness. You just need a little godliness in you that learns to teach you to preserve what you're working for, because it is not money no be water. Toto no be water. Goodness no be water. Take with gratitude the things that you have. And all those children that have turned against your parents, you have no genuine reason. Somebody said on his deathbed, it doesn't matter what you do for children that are full of ingratitude. Have you ever noticed that those children that start life early, all those ones that are selling by the roadside that you feel pity for all around the world, are the ones that cherish their parents the most? But the ones that you sold for, you stole for, you slept with other people's husbands, wives, and did things for, you struggled for to bring up, make sure they had cushion lives. Always there is a window somewhere where they don't get it right, and they turn on you and call you the names that are not your own. And some of you, if you don't learn to self-discipline and learn to self-discipline them, throw them out, give them eviction notice, shut down on them, let them know that you're not afraid to live life alone, you would have destroyed your children, because they will grow up with that sense of entitlement and become narcissists and terrible husbands. Yes, some people believe narcissists are bad. I also believe that narcissists can be built, made, and furnished from too much love, too much entitlement, too much indiscipline. You are afraid that they're going to leave. Eventually, they will leave you, because the only way you are going to stay around all those children is if you allow them to disrespect you and take the crown on your head to wet the asses of their dogs and their wives that think that they're more than they are. Everything that these kids and the so-called honesties, see, the kids that we're raising don't respect the fact that we're the first generation that weren't born into the computer age. All the computer savviness and understanding we have from the 45, 50s above, we have to depend on our children to teach us, because we birth you into the knowledge of this computer technology, sent you to the schools that could teach you the savviness. So when next your brother, your father, your mother says, would you help me correct this? Would you for the 100th time teach me how to do this? Lati schoolwork me, home assignment. Don't squeeze your faces. It is our right. It's not entitlement, but it is your right too, to help us navigate, because we're the first generation since computer and technology became this wise that found ourselves having to learn it. We birthed you into it, so we are coming back to ask you to teach us to catch up. Our parents can't. Most of our mothers, your grandmothers, your great-grandmothers, they gave up totally on anything that was not flip phone. They just recorded the messages, sent you the record. They just used the phone, pick it up and drop it. Now our generations are trying to learn the savviness, trying to use computers and laptops and the technology to fill applications. There's nowhere in life you go right now that your resume and stuff will not be online, no matter the CEOs that is your brother or your sister. There's nothing from sweeping floors to being CEOs of companies. We have to need computer sense. So when we have been working on our assignments, trying to improve our lives, we are trying to send that resume out, or we're trying to do that business and bargaining, and they say, send me the invoice or give me your itinerary. We depend on you. And it is for your own good and grace. So, because we know that everywhere we go to say, brother me, please help me. Can you help me do this? That is an average person for you. You go to them to help you do things that do not really necessarily immediately bring you money. Men want to sleep with you. And then you go to them, to all these aunties, all these junior ones. You know how much. Some of my friends' children have gotten 500, 300, 250 to help me navigate computer line, computer requirement, for my job, for my school. And they abandoned the course. While I have people close to me, Omotimbi Numi, that is too busy attending to his own life. That is the story of the lives we're living. But we no go agree. Eh? The mamas and papas say we no go agree. As long as we have been useful to you. I am praying this morning that God will soften the hearts of children all around the world and see that just because you are living your life, we have not dead yet. We have not lost our dreams. We have projects and things that require help with technology, navigation, with submission that you can help with. So don't be upset if I knock on your door the 15th time and remind you of that project. It is not just your life. We make it when we stand together as a family. Look back home. Yes, your mother is funky. Am I not funky enough? I am, right? You want your mothers to go outside and be solicited by men just to get the help that you can give that doesn't cost you a penny. Jesus healed. So this morning I'm healing. All the things your parents couldn't tell you, I'm telling you this morning. It is the persecution around the world of all those that are doing right by God. Male and female, He created us. So yes, male and female are going through. So battle join egbe, you can join the group. Use as weapons to destroy homes. Be there as side chicks. Carry honesty. Your heart. Merry Christmas. And no, it's likely not going to get better. I don't have any rosiness. I just want you to do acceptance this morning. So as you take the next every step, make you know why you did take them. As you are isolated, I've been in this house. I think I went out with Sister Rose and went to that women's unveiling Christian meeting and went to the market once or twice for the past 15 days. I've been here. Thinking. Reaching out. Sending applications upon applications to Walmart as a counter clerk, to nursing agencies as PRN, to hospitals as full-time. I have. And if my efforts fail to meet the target, it's okay. I'm doing this for other people that are like me. Don't do that crazy shit that's coming to your head. Don't. If you do, you just have gone home to God your Father. He will slap you a little banana. But then your usefulness is bigger and better. If you truly are like God, you truly are like Christ, you will take what it took. He said, God, let this cup pass. And God said, no. You are here for a purpose. Doesn't matter if you end up walking barefoot. It doesn't. But that's your integrity. Let it stand. Your girl, Elizabeth, Atela Ushidi. This is not a dirty dance December for everybody. For some of us, it's a deeply reflective time. And you're not wrong. Iriel. Whatever. Finally, let me conclude the core of this conversation, this matter. If you're a Nigerian that can get away, get away. But don't get away with thinking that you're going to live a better life. No, it's not about being better. It's about being closer to Christ and holy. It's about working and getting paid. It's about living a justice-filled life. It's about living your life God's way. No, you will not build the biggest mansion. You may not end up buying the latest car. But in your little ramshackle and shed, you would have lived a life of contentment. Don't need to go out and hurt other people. That you'll be able to live a life of peace. And that still does not mean that you will not pay the price. Because if you have to go from CNA, certified nursing assistant, security guard, to RN, LPN, and improve on life. Wàá sì jìyà ẹ̀. O máa need láti ṣì ní sùúrù k'Ọlọ́run ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀, and most times you need to go back 10 steps to spring forward 30, 40, 50 steps. And mi ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ kó gbàgbé, don't forget when you get to where you get to. Don't be like those who told God they loved him, but when he gave them everything they want, they only wanted to be like the oppressors of those that are like God. Whatever. You can share. Love you. Merry